Jak się masz? Hello and welcome on another trip. We are on the top of Bossington Hill today. I have discovered this beautiful massive area where you can come and just walk around. You can take your dog for a walk. It is absolutely amazing, the amount of space in here. It just kills everything. It is a part of the Holnicott estate, if I'm not mistaken. It's been donated by the owner to National Trust, and yeah, like I said, it's a massive walking area with a lot of footpaths. Southwest Coast Path goes through here, and let's see what can we discover in this place today. What you can see right now is pretty much a Bossington beach behind the trees. But suddenly on our way we have that deep valley. There is a footpath going around that, and I think we're gonna come back there, which saves us going all the way down and then climbing up again back on that hill, which will be pretty pointless. And here we can see the views on the seaside. I'm hoping that at some point we will reach the hills above the Hurlstone Point and above the Selsworthy Sands, which was pretty much where we finished the trip with Mark last time I've been here, the previous year, just before the Christmas. So let's walk. I just wonder, what are those? It does not look like a gorse creation. It must be something that lives on the gorse bushes, making sort of like a foamy shelter. Look at that. We are just approaching that beautiful patch of heather. This one is quite small, believe me. There are places on those moors where in a peak of the blooming season the hundreds of meters, hundreds of square meters look like this. Okay, this is the footpath going down to the valley. We got a better view of Bossington and the marshes right now. A little bit of marshes you can see. Look at that snail. Every now and then you can see the spider webs all over the moors, like the one here.
Actually, it was absolutely heaving. Was it? Yeah. It was so busy, yeah. It was, I'm really good. It was really good. Well, I knew they would go roll up on the other going. And my cousin, I couldn't see that.
And the bees are very busy today. That place is literally thriving with life everywhere, and I mean literally everywhere. There is something or somebody trying to find the food and resupply, taking advantage of the beautiful weather. I mean, everything is used, nothing gets wasted. So I would assume that foamy beads must be the spider's nest. we got bigger example in here. It's actually quite big, and it's covered in a spider web already. Who knows? No, I'm not this much expert. It may be just like a storage room for a spider. Which size of it would suggest. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Maybe this is the way spiders just hiding their hunt, their prey. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Yeah, there was somebody. This is exactly what I expected. Those are the species of spiders that build like a funnel out of the web. And he just escaped inside his spotted camera. He doesn't like to be on YouTube. Although this area is used by farmers for the control grazing, still you can see there is a very thick carpet of gorse and heather, but gorse mainly, which pretty much makes it like impenetrable. So it's quite difficult to get off the footpath and try to explore everything that's around, which is a disadvantage for us. But I see there is a little hope in animals that make the footpaths between the gorses. So maybe one of those footpaths will lead us to some beauty spot. We'll see. As we're coming closer to the ocean, the ground's clear a bit more, and we got the blueberry shrubs. No, still not a season for the blueberries really. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, as you can see, the footpath at some point disappears, and every time I try to get in, it just stinks. I would love to try to get some closer to the ocean, to the cliffs, to see are they really this dangerous. I've been watching recently on BBC, well, it wasn't exactly on BBC, but it's a program called Saving Lives at Sea, and one of the recent episodes was exactly from that place. There were people stranded below the cliff, which is quite strange to me because they were stranded exactly on Selsworthy Sands, which, as you know, obviously if you watch my movies, you can climb. You can climb that cliff with no problem, so I have no clue why they couldn't. Well, it turned out we didn't have to do that wild exploration because I just came upon the crossroad in a southwest coast path which seems to going in all directions. I guess the most reasonable will be to go down and see where that goes. That must be the most interesting, I guess. Well, that footpath happened to be just a little detour. We are back on the top southwest coast path. However, we got some nice clear area ahead, something we can explore, something that does not have a gorse cover and is actually possible to walk on. So we're going to see if there is anything interesting to watch in there. I can already see sort of like a footpath going, well, I don't know if all the way down, but it's going down. We're gonna see what's that about. Okay, so that's the promising area. We are going to resupply and then we'll see in both directions where we can go. Right. It's time to start the real exploration. Alright, we went left. After about 5-minute walk, it took us back to actually where the alternative southwest coast path goes. So right now we're coming back. I think that little footpath I could see from the top looks more promising, and maybe this will take us down. In the meantime, you can just judge for yourself right now. It doesn't look so bad and steep even from the bottom, from Selsworthy Sands. By the way, we are just above the Selsworthy Sands. You can barely see under the water, slightly from the different color. You can actually see where the Selsworthy Sands normally is, but you can truly judge being up here how steep those cliffs are. And yes, it's not so easy to get up everywhere, climb up everywhere. It's only in a chosen points. I can see the herd of cows down there, and I think we're gonna take the same path. The example how tricky the Hurlstone Point can be, because there is really not a lot of soil at the top, and that's what you got underneath. So no wonder, as you can see on the hill on the other side, that at some point the plants just disappear because they just cannot grip anything anymore, and the stones start coming down the hill. And we start descending down toward the right side. The breeze coming up the hill start getting significantly bigger, which is actually quite a good thing. With today's weather, it nicely cooled me down. by the look of it, but by the state of the footpath, looks like the cows must like this place. They must spend a lot of time in here, and there must be something they coming for. Wow, it's a wild footpath, really crazy, and I got a feeling that is actually the herd of bulls down there, judging by the massive size of their bodies. Okay. I suspect that footpath well, let's just see where it goes. But I suspect it may come down from the top, from the southwest coast path. There was a little tiny bit that looked well overgrown. Okay, so we come to another platform. This is how it looks like. I could go down the slope straight to where the cows are, but I expect they don't do that. They rather traverse this way. Okay, that's interesting. That footpath seems to go just around the hill, and then perhaps it will take us all the way down there toward the cliffs. Look at that. I mean, the feeling of being here, you cannot feel it, but this is like majestic. The slope, that rift cut, valley, whatever you call it, cut in that cliff has really steep grade. You can only appreciate it while being here, really. I just wonder, I can see possible footpaths on the other side. I wonder if we will be able to climb one of those. That would be interesting. Right under me, on the right hand, you can see already walls starts here and there. The cows are I have to say, those cows are really resourceful. I should maybe make another channel, the Cows Explorers. I mean, what in the world would make them to just find the paths and to go here? I mean, they really explorers. Oh, look at that. It's getting a bit crazy in here. The path stopped being so obvious in this place. Even the cows have difficulties and they slide down. I can already see that we will be forced to climb up this route because down I can see some nasty barbed wire fence. So I guess that little stream means water is the main reason why they coming here. But this is not the end of the footpath, so let's see where else they go. Okay, we are below and the footpath seems to be coming back. I got a feeling this is exactly that footpath that leads to that second platform where the cows are on right now. I guess we're gonna find in a second. That's exactly where we are with the cows on the second platform. The good news is below me. I'm just trying to figure out if I can save myself a trip and make it walking this way. Wow. Cows are significantly heavier than me, so they pull it all down. We are even below the cows now. Wow! Wow, look at that! Not impossible to climb, but lot of rubble to go down. But that means we can try go all the way down. We can go back, go down and see if it's possible to actually enter the beach right now from this point. That's what we're gonna do. Well, this is how the situation looks like. With the very, very big caution, I could proceed forward, but it's gonna be very, very tricky. Tricky trip. That last hill does not have significant footpath made over, and yeah, that grass is pretty much the only obstacle. Further down you got plenty of stones which provide some kind of support better. Perhaps with the rope I could make an attempt to do it on my own, but it's not gonna happen today. I'm alone and I'm not gonna take that risk. Let me see what is on the other side of that stream. Okay, we are on the other side. The cliffs are still high in here. Wow, that's a big slope. Big slope. Putting that fence down there was definitely a championship. Alright, looks like we're not gonna be on a beach today, at least not here. That was a beautiful walk and discovering something I don't know, something that's completely new. That's added value. I guess that will be it for today. Now I need to climb all the way up and find where my car is. How far am I from the car? I see you on another exploration. Perhaps on another exploration we'll see what's on the other finger sticking into the inland from the sea, which is pretty much that scree, mountain covered in scree on the side. I see you on another exploration. High five!